Hello and welcome back to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is Uncut Civilization VI. We last left off ready to declare war on China, and guess what? As soon as we start today's episode, we are going to declare war on China. But before we do, I would like to mention that Civilization VI has a cool little feature that allows you to rename cities, and if you can think of a cool name for a city, leave it in the comments and you will see that city name in the near future. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. It is the moment we've all been waiting for, the war between England and the Chinese Empire. Qin Shi Huang is about to taste the fury of England. So let's get into it. Let's declare a formal war. It does have a warmonger penalty, which does have a tremendous effect on the artificial intelligence and how they perceive us, but things need to be done. He looks surprised, and he should be. He's trying to act all tough, but the last time we had a conflict, I was the victor, and I've no doubt I will be the victor again. And as expected, Gandhi is not happy about what happened. He is obviously going to denounce me in the very near future. America is not happy as well because Theodore Roosevelt does not like people declaring war on his continent. He's kind of an asshole about it in that regard. Like, he doesn't care if you declare a war on a continent that he's not on, but if you declare a war on his continent, he gets anal about it. What's that about? What's the deal with that? It is what it is. It is what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to start pushing. We're going to start surrounding the city, using our crossbowmen to attack his crossbowmen, start getting into the action. Oh my goodness, we are going to win this war. And we are going to win it good. Our horsemen are very strong against his crossbowmen. I think I took the perk on I took the wrong perk. So there is a perk for the horsemen or an upgrade, a promotion for them rather, that increases their damage against ranged units. Probably should have taken that with them, but it's not the end of the world that he does not have access to that ability. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next turn. And we're gonna continue with this war. Oh, leave me alone, Gandhi. He denounced me. I told you he was gonna denounce me. He thinks I'm a warmonger because I am.
Kada, kokoro, tamashii o kitain mono bushido nari. Nanji no tabi wa izukuri te sore o nasan ya.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so to follow Bushido is to train the body, the mind, and the soul. But where can your people do so? I think he's sort of getting on my case for not having that much culture. I have a pretty decent amount of science, but my culture is definitely lacking. And here comes the denunciations. I don't care. I am happy with it. You have declared war on his continent. You're obviously unhappy as well. I fucking hate everybody right now. I'm a little bit upset that everybody's getting on my case. Did they not read the history books? You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing, right?
Invincibility lies in the defense. The possibility of victory in the attack.
The possibility of victory is definitely in the attack. So here's the issue that I'm having, right? These guys obviously have ancient era Twitter, so they know what's going on. As soon as I declared war on China rather, he was talking about, oh my God, do you see what London is doing? Declaring war on me? Ridiculous. Am I right? Hashtag warmonger. And then, everybody finds out about it. But are they missing the part where he tried to take over my entire civilization in the ancient time? Did they forget about that part? Because I think they did. So, what can you do? What can you really do? It might be a wise decision for me to prioritize only building military units, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to just build military units. I want to continue, being well-rounded. So we're going to get to work on that university pretty soon, but not immediate. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we're going to get to work on that university pretty soon. And we're actually going to have to build it on top of this farm. So this farm isn't going to exist anymore. We're going to have to build more farms and other tiles to compensate for the lack of food production in this city. But what we're going to... What we're gonna do first is we're gonna build a trader, because I want to get as many trade routes established as possible, because income is very important. If it were possible for me to buy all of my military units, I would totally do so, but because I don't have enough gold income, I cannot do so. And this crossbowman is in a bit of a tight spot, so I'm gonna pull him back to make sure he's safe in the future. So yeah, you know, that's the one thing that really gets under my skin about the AI in this game is that they understand what's going on and they respond accordingly to situations, and I understand why the warmonger penalty is existing right now. But the problem is they're not fully getting why I'm declaring war. Like they're not seeing the subtle nuances in my decision-making process, and that is something that gets on my nerves. So I guess since we've got units kind of already right on the city, I'm gonna start attacking it right away with this warrior and my spearmen as well. But I'm gonna make sure to... Oh, lumber mill's only one production, so I guess I'll put the lumber mill here. I was thinking about building a lumber mill in the previous episode, because hold on a second. Okay, so a lumber mill is essentially a way to increase your production, and it increases your production on woods, and it further increases your production if adjacent to a river. Now, this particular city does not have any rivers, so it may never actually be a truly ideal city. Right now it's got 5 production, and even if we build 2 lumber mills, that's only going to bring it up to 7. And 7 production per turn when we need... When we're trying to build something that costs 148 production, like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that huge of a deal. So I'm just going to go ahead and demolish these woods and get 77 production. To hasten the production, production, commercial hub. All right, so let's move on. Oh, here we go. You are a foolish, simple leader, and your people should know the truth. He denounced me. All right, so literally every civilization in the game right now, except for Gorgo, has denounced me. I don't think Gorgo cares that I am warring with China, and that's good on her, because she shouldn't. She should be getting the feeds from ancient era Twitter as well, and she should know that this war is not on me. This war is on China. It's their fault, and I'm going to stand by that. I stand by my belief that this war is all China's fault, and they're going to pay for it. With blood and city. If they didn't settle so close, this wouldn't be happening. Alright. We're going to go ahead and score a decisive victory against this crossbowman. This horseman is probably going to die at some point in this conflict, but I'm okay with him being a bit of a patsy. But what I really want to do is capture this builder, because for whatever reason, he moved it outside of his city. So that's what we're gonna try and get to next. We're gonna keep the pressure on though, because the cities do heal at the end of every turn. It's like as you destroy it, the builders in the city are continuing to construct it even more. So we got to get in there. We got to keep the pressure on. Our catapult is going to be ready in the next turn, so that's going to be doing some nice damage as soon as it gets to the proper positioning. Ooh, this is tense. This I feel like I'm playing XCOM now that I'm at like a real war. When he building troops. He not ready though. He not ready. Yeah, the horseman is dead. So I saw that coming. That horseman was definitely a patsy. And unfortunately, he's going to move the builder back into the city. But that is okay. Because once we take the city, the builder will be ours anyway. Boom. Catapult finish. I'm hype. Let's go. Roll that shit over there. At this point, though, we are going to need... Boom, university. That's not what I wanted, though. That is totally not what I meant to click. Sorry, I may have had one too many drinks. Okay. So this is what just happened that I got a little confused at. When I was building the swordsman at Sheffield, I thought I was building the swordsman in London. But either way, what is happening currently is happening the way I want it to happen. I'm constructing a university in London, building a swordsman from Sheffield. Boom. I like it. I respect it. And the city of Date actually has a new production available. Its housing capacity has been increased to 7. I'm going to go ahead and build a monument there for the next thing, and then we'll probably churn out another builder, because once the city actually expands further, then once the city of Sheffield expands a little bit more, we're probably going to get hold of this deer tile. Actually, I can check which tile we'll get next. We are not getting the deer tile next. Okay. So that means I don't know what I'm going to produce outside of the city of Date. Anyway, we've done a lot of talking about the strategy. Let's talk about the action. I was saying I feel like I'm playing XCOM now because we're at war. And what I mean by that is we're in a bit of a tense combat situation, in the sense that whenever I play XCOM, it's always this struggle of, okay, we got to breathe, we got to focus up, and we got to make sure we stay calm while we're attacking the city, while we're attacking the aliens, and you know, we got to maintain a level head, because if we don't have a level head, then that means, you know, we're going to make bad decisions. So we got to focus up. We got to relax, and we got to make smart decisions. Now, I'm going to try and eliminate as many of his units as possible, or at least weaken them up, so that I have a better time when I do finally surround his city. This is going too well. He wasn't ready for this. He was not ready for this at all. We're going to go ahead and beat the city up a little bit more with my warriors, just to make sure it gets a little softened up. And then we got a couple more. The placement on the catapult is very poor. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're gonna trade. Let's trade a little bit more with Sparta. I mean, not with Sparta, with Greece and Gorgo. So there we go. Hopefully that makes her happy, because I want to have somebody on my good side, considering the rest of the world hates me. But yeah, there are definitely similarities between Civilization and XCOM, but only in the most basic sense, that it is a strategy game. Crap. Bombarded from Beijing. Ridiculous. Yeah, only in the most basic sense is that are there similarities between XCOM and in Civilization. You know, one is far more what is the word I'm looking for? What is it? Okay. I'm really gonna try hard not to get my units bombarded, but we're gonna rush this horseman around here. I'm really trying to capture that builder before it's time to capture the builder. But in the most basic sense, that XCOM is a strategy game in the same way that Civilization is a strategy game. Hey, I plundered a trade route and got some gold out of it. What are we gonna do with that gold? Nothing. Okay. You know, in that very basic sense, the games are similar, but the similarities sort of end there. I guess the turn-based aspect as well, but XCOM is way more combat-oriented than Civilization, and you feel it. You feel the emphasis on the combat way more. You know, the combat in Civilization is nice, and I like it. I've said many times that I enjoy the unit countering and the positioning and the, you know, all of it is nice. I like it. But at the end of the day, with Civilization, the combat is essentially just move unit here, attack unit there, do X, do X or do Y. It's not as round as the combat in XCOM. So we're gonna go ahead and fire that catapult at the city, and now we're getting the real punishment on. We've got our ranged units in position to start really attacking that city, getting some nice damage on Wuhan. So we're gonna be capturing that very soon. It only costs 1 movement to get into that position, but we are actually not in range of the city the way we want to be. And this tile is the kill zone right there, so we can't even move there. So we're just going to go ahead and fortify that other crossbowman. And then we're going to go to the next turn. The city is going to fall soon enough. This horseman has a turn. Horsemen attack the city too. So, you know, where it would be interesting if different units had special abilities in Civilization, but I don't think it would really work. It's really not that type of game. And we found a hut, and that hut gave us gold, and that is very nice. We're gonna just put that scout back on auto exploration as well. You know, continue discovering more of the world. But, you know, with all of that said, though, even though the combat, it's interesting, but it's basic, it still feels good. And anything that reminds me of XCOM in any sort of capacity is a good thing. So there you go. Now, more important than that is the fact that I mentioned that I was going to stop production on printing, and normally I forget to do this kind of stuff, but not tonight. Not tonight. I'm going to go ahead and switch up my production just to something random. Maybe, I guess we'll start going towards this stuff. I don't know if I'll finish the cartography and the square rigging, but for now we'll just start researching those until we get our universities online to boost up printing. I like where this is heading. I really like where this is heading. We're gonna shoot the city. Boom goes the city. And then it looks like it's pretty much dead. I guess one more shot and the city will be officially dead. Rocks in your face, boy. So now the city is officially dead, so all I have to do is walk inside it and I capture it. I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to work. And my city. And our warrior got a promotion as well. And we captured the builder finally. I could just destroy the city, but no, that would be a waste. I am going to keep the city. And then on the next turn, I'm going to use that builder to get access to those diamonds. Ooh, baby. This was totally worth it. I like it. I like it. It's not a very good city. Currently, as you can see, it's going to take upwards of 50 to 78 turns to complete anything here, except the repairs on the monument. So let's go ahead and do that. And this horseman, let's get him promoted up. Let's increase his combat strength when attacking ranged and siege units. I think that's going to prove to be very, very valuable. And also, let's see if we can actually make peace, because all I really wanted was the city. No, I can't make peace yet. I think wars last a minimum of 8 turns, so we're going to play that out. We're going to see if he tries to recapture his city, if he doesn't want it anymore, or what the deal is going to be with that. And interestingly enough, I don't think I even needed this extra swordsman. So now that that's been taken care of, now that the war is pretty much over, we can go ahead and do the university building. We can focus on the knowledge. We can make our people smarter. Because they've been neglected. Their intelligence has been neglected. Their studies have been neglected for far too long. All right, so for now we're gonna start production on a set of walls from the city. It will take an eternity to actually get those walls, but there are 3 patches of woods in this area, so I'm gonna cut some of them down to speed up that production, or maybe I will actually turn some of them into lumber mills. Hey, That's a theater district. I'm about to pillage that. I don't have enough movement points left, so I'm gonna. This is a dangerous position. I'm gonna go ahead and click fortify, but on the next turn, I'm gonna pillage that shit. I'm not trying to sweep over all of China's lands right now, because I really just wanted that one city. Like, it hasn't come to total war yet. I feel like I may have been a bit. I mean, I was definitely a bit aggressive. I mean, I've gone to war, but I think I might have gotten a little out of control. I feel like it is very possible that this war may be unnecessary. You know, you ever been like okay. Here's the thing. I'm backpedaling right now, and I shouldn't be. I should be going straight forward, no regrets. The thing is, this war was totally necessary. But once again, we're starting to see one of the weird things about the AI is that, and not even necessarily the AI, but sort of the whole structure of civilization, that there are these arbitrary turn timers for things. The fact that I have to wait a certain number of turns. Boom, 16 culture for me. It's not that much, actually. Thought it was going to be a little bit more. But the fact that I have to wait an arbitrary 16 turns before actually... Or 8 turns, or whatever it is. I don't remember the exact number. But... You know, it's a bit annoying that I can't just swoop in, steal the city, and then peace out. You know, it'd be nice. So we're gonna try something interesting, something that I never really take advantage of. It's the these special things that you can do with the districts. You can do special events with. I don't even know what to call them, but this one is called Harbor Shipping, and it is a district-based project, so you can do projects in the districts, which provides gold and great admiral points. So I'm assuming that over the course of these 9 turns, or maybe when this is finished, that I'm going to get some gold and great admiral points. I don't really care about the great admiral points, but gold is always a nice thing. I want to get my gold income up as high as possible. And I also want to eliminate this scout. Damn. That is ridiculous. Don't come near my city. You're going to get dookie blasted by the crossbowmen. That's crazy. So we do have a couple of other units that need orders, but I'm going to try. I'm really trying to get friendly with Gorgo. Oh, she just trying. Ain't that some shit? So Gorgo is interesting. I'm trying to offer a deal. You know, I'm trying to trade with her, and I would like her to give me something for giving her something. But she not about that life. She just wants my horse for nothing. And if I really want to be friends with her, I'm probably gonna have to give her the horse. So what the hell? Let's give her one horse per turn for the next 30 turns. You best be happy. Because if you're not, and you denounce me, I will declare war, and I will take over the world. So let's see if we can end the war with China at any time now. No, still not. Still no. Okay. It's fine. I regret nothing. I absolutely regret nothing. I don't even know what to do with this swordsman. I guess we'll send him up here. I think there's still a barbarian camp up there, but, you know, gotta find out one way or the other. And to be honest, I don't think China really knows what he's doing. He's got a catapult just kind of sailing in the ocean right now, and that is not really where you want a catapult to be. But at this point, though, we're going to build that mine. And as we wait for the war with China to end, because I would like to put a stop to it, at least temporarily, because I'm sure my city is going to start getting a little, or my people are going to start getting frustrated with being at war. for so long. And I definitely don't have a very large standing military, so I don't want to be at war for much longer. Oh my goodness, this horseman needs to get the hell out of this area. The kill zone tile is real. Run, you beautiful horseman. Run. As soon... Come on. Come on. Please wait. Thank you. Now heal yourself. Okay. My goodness. Okay. So I gave this catapult the promotion for +7 combat strength against land units. So yeah, I really I want this war to end. Damn it! I should have been counting how many turns this was gonna take. All right, I may have bounced the check that my tush can't cash. This is bad. It's good and bad at the same time. Okay. Well, we may as well establish a trade route between London and our newly acquired territory, just to get, you know, increase the production and all that stuff in the city. But at this point, though, because I am clearly stalling for time as we wait for, apparently, the barbarians that are coming, whose camp is actually right here, which we are going to take over pretty soon. I'm clearly stalling for time at this point. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll see how things turned out. We'll see if the war is over or if China is really still trying to push back. So, there we go. Okay, so we are finished for the day, but of course, we can't end without a question of the day. What is the dumbest or worst programmed AI you've ever seen in a video game? I think developers usually do a pretty decent job of making their artificial intelligences feel intelligent and pretty reasonable to fight, but every once in a while you get a huge misstep. Lately I've been experiencing the Titanfall AI, and you can put your giant robots, the Titans, on automatic mode and they'll sort of follow you around or guard an area, and I've found that they're either really terrible or really fucking good to the point where it's frustrating. So what's the worst AI you've ever experienced in a video game? Or hell, what's the best one you finished? I'm changing it up, so let me know in the comments below. And the name of the game is, of course, Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.